Back in November, the Raiders lost their previous game against the Steamers. Can Memphis sweep the series? Find out next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to lead leather. And we are underway from Memphis. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And some room to work. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the option. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They will start this drive with Ford. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 75 yards. And
I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
On 1st down, it's Ford. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is Ford. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with Ford. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing. And
he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Perez. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And they'll get this down to the 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a give right side. Ford. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Ford. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
The 6-yard line. A 2-yard pickup.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steamers have taken a first-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And it's good to make it 7-0. That one was an extended drive. 14 plays all told. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 16 carries, 74 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Turner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Jones. This is Jennings. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to... Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you got someone to tackle him.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's go. It's a gain of 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Memphis in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perez. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And the Raiders pick it up past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On 2nd down now. It's Ford, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
They're going to look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let's go, baby.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. "3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Parks. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Getting this into the hands of Turner. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
He finds his man, complete. It's Turner. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3 from the 9. They'll look to throw again. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Jacobs. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick here is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the ground, it's Ford. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Complete here. It's Hyde. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up a 4th down and short situation. But I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Completion here to Claypool.
Let's go. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Vita Vea make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, the little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. A beautiful fake. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Ford. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Quinn. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try again. The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up Ford.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Blankenship's kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. But just like you said, they've got the lead, don't do anything silly, run the football, and that's what they did.
They would have liked to have created a little more room for their punter, but he'll take what they gave him, and he'll go out there now and try and get the ball off and help his defense.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Ford. Oh, look at the juke. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steamers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing Jones. Looking deep for Jennings. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. And he's got Quinn here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a give right side. It's Ford, and he stopped immediately there. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Again, they turn to Ford, and nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Ford. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Blankenship's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Jones. This is Jennings. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now Jones on 1st down. That's complete to Turner. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones able to hit his target, Claypool. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Second and 4. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He'll let this fly deep for Quinn. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Draw play to Ford, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now London down on the scoreboard. 1:51 on the clock. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes it for in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. On 1st down, Ford. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the home team here, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.